Okay, Dustin, this is your first video lesson. What is this? It must be April 12th or something, 2015. So, I kind of like your posture. Like I said, your butt is up high, uh, and so we're looking for power leaks. Now, the red lines are your plane line, and it doesn't have to be precisely on one red line or the other. It just has to, the club has to remain parallel to one or the other, or both the red
Okay.
lines. And each time you break plane, it's an unneeded movement, and eventually has to get back on plane because that's how you can hit the ball.
Right. Okay.
So, so now, just in the motion to begin with, you know, let's just hit all the things. Your hands kind of fly away from your body. The butt of the club should go straight back. In other words,
Like
now,
right in my
yeah,
my
and
belly button.
yeah, no, I mean it goes straight back towards the wall.
Oh,
And
okay.
and when you throw it out like that, you lose connection, and it becomes really floppy.
Cassidy,
Yeah,
like
as
Lindbergh says.
opposed to right in here, that's all connected. When you throw your hands out, it can go anyway.
Okay. All right.
So that's the start of a problem. You're we'll eventually look at.
Lifting the club
Yeah,
up, as they say.
yeah. It's actually throwing your hands away.
Okay.
But having said that, that's a that's a brilliant spot there. Toe
Okay.
up, overlapping your hands. It's really good, except it's pretty far away from your body.
Okay.
So everything is pretty good here, and it's all on plane. That's really good, Mike.
Now, from
Hands,
right there, it looks like I'm lifting instead of rotating.
uh,
You see how
yeah,
I'm?
your shoulder's still moving. Now it hits your chin. This is when you manufacture a backswing. This is where you have the little. This is where you have your problem.
Then it looks like the elbow's way far away from the
Yeah,
body. It should
yeah,
be closer,
yeah.
right?
So
Right
so
elbow.
let's just this is in here. This is all really good. It's still a little in front of you because of your first throw of the hand. See, you hit his spot. See how his hands are over his pec at this point?
Well, okay, reference. So his hand
Yeah.
is.
His like over his delt, like
Okay,
almost
right here.
armpit. Yours is still middle of the body. Now, now this is where, and see how his arms under supporting it? That's your number one problem. You got to get that thing under supporting it, and see it's out here flying. Now, when it's out here flying, you do a nice job not getting it across the line, because a tendency with a flying elbow is getting it crossed, and it's across the line. See, at the top, that elbow should be pointed down, straight
Okay.
down. So I'm telling you, if we do, and the concept is keep your elbows close together. See how his elbows are close together?
Right.
Yeah. So that.
That's always been difficult for me to do.
Yeah. Well, we can fix it, because this is easier than this, because what happens is you can see it screws up your grip. I mean, Lenan's got the same thing. He's spent years of re-gripping it. Well, that's why he had a flying elbow. Now, it's doubly compounded, because when it comes down, that elbow, watch his elbow. It has to go right from there to his hip. Bam! He's there in a couple clicks. You you have to travel 2 feet. He has to travel 6 inches, because to hit, you got to get this thing down here, and then it goes. Now you're still fighting that elbow out here. Now what you do is you throw it across the line. So see how it's outside your hands here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ball's going to go left. That's why the divots are left.
Okay.
You're throwing it out here because you can't drop it inside. So you're throwing it in here, and your elbow is still. So you're throwing it in here. When you come through, now you're trying to save it with your hands like this. And look at him. He keeps it. He keeps the shaft, the club head, inside the ball and inside his hands till right there. See his elbow, and then he just turns through. Now, then when you come through, see that your left arm is still disconnected. But that's the number one ingredient. We'll backtrack, but let's go through this. So the head is pretty much in the same spot. That's really good. You got a double cheek thing and impact. That's pretty good. You came off the wall a little bit, but nothing compared to the rest of us. I mean that's really a.
So I mean, my hips are staying in the same spot.
No. They rotate, but one cheek's on the back wall at all times. See his right cheek, then we come through his left cheek. See, he's definitely a double cheek at impact. You're kind of faking it a bit. See, you're away from the wall a bit, but still pretty good action, good leg action. So that and you finished, on plane. So that's good. So right now it's just, to me, it's just you got a ratchet at the top, and primarily you got the flying right elbow. Let's see it from the other dimension. This will show you the essence of most of your extra moves. So you get it in here, then you lose width. You break down here. When you get to here, you go, shit, my hands have to be up there. So then you fake it. You got this thing going.
I unhinge or whatever.
No, you lose the radius. You break down the left arm. Look, see that? See this?
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
See how close your hands are? So right now, this is extra movement. And you got, look at this angle. I mean, it's almost 90 degrees. It's like 70 degrees. And so what you have on the top, and you can see this with the eyeball, is you got a ratchet. You can't see it, but we can. See how your hands are so close? So you've got in here, this backswing looks pretty good, and then your body goes, but my hands have to be up there. If you get your shoulder behind the ball, then you can keep your hands here, here, or here. It doesn't matter.
But is my shoulder in a good spot?
No.
Okay.
You've got really good rotation, but you're not behind the ball.
So when you say not behind the ball, my shoulder should be back?
Yeah, this shoulder should be over your right foot. Let me show you.
All the way, my right foot?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Look.
No, I believe you. I just.
Well, I was going to show you this anyway. Now, the angle here is a little goofy, camera angle, and the ball's back. It should be there, but trust me, this guy's behind the ball. See how that's shoulder? So you and I can't get there, but we can get here. See how his upper body is slanted away from the target, and your upper body is not. It's kind of straight up and down. Okay. So we can fix that, but
you can put a rubber band in my lower back for me.
And it's not because your right leg's straightening. It's just you're tipped over. But good flexibility. And now when you come down, let's see. When you come down, we can start it with the lower body, and now that's all upper body swing. You're just trying to play catch up with an upper body swing. See how that elbow is still flying? Look at his right elbow. It gets in here. See, it's leading the club. It's leading his hands.
Okay, well, some of this terminology I hear, but I've never applied it to anything. So the elbow leading the hands. So my elbow needs to be here, and my hands need to be back here.
And if you just keep your elbows close together, and we get a strap that does it, that does it automatically.
Well,
but see, that's the number one.
Yeah,
that's the number one ingredient of the extra motion. The extra motions are breaking in here and you're tipping this way, and you should be rotating away, and then all bets are off. We're just trying to save it, and when everything's lined up, I mean, see, this is a good release right here. This is a good position. You got kind of a chicken wing, but that's not a problem. If you're releasing the right shoulder, that's good. This is good. A lot of good things. So let me sign off this. So we'll backtrack, and we'll show you one or two early things that you should refine.